Hey everyone, I'm Kris Keefer with Dirt Rider, and we're out here at Racetown 395 testing the new 2012 CRF450. Once on the track, the first thing I noticed right away was the chassis on the Honda. It feels really nimble and light. One of my favorite things about it is as you're entering a corner, it feels really light. You can really start your corner earlier and you can get down in and get out really quick. The motor feels pretty smooth to me. It could use a little bit more excitement down low, but it's really easy to ride. So maybe this could fit an older or a smoother type of rider better. But for me, I would like a little bit more pop off the bottom end, maybe second to third gear transition. It pulls really well once on top and revs out pretty good too. So I would just like a little bit more excitement off the bottom. Shift action for me coming out of a corner was pretty good. I could slip the clutch, and shifting from second to third was a good. Usually it's sometimes notchy on other bikes that I've ridden in the past, but the transition from second to third gear shifting was a very good noticeable difference for me. With the changes that Honda made with the new CRF450, it's going to be really interesting for me to get all the bikes together and test them back to back. Shootout time's coming pretty soon, so be on the lookout for shootouts coming on dirtrider.com.
So can't say I've always been a fan of 450 four-strokes. I think they're way too darn fast. I weigh 155 pounds, so to me they all kind of feel like rockets. But you know, I get along pretty well with the 2012 Honda 450. I was impressed. You know, in the past it's taken some time to dial in the Honda for me. It's felt a little high in the rear, kind of stink bug style, and I didn't really get that at all when I hopped on the bike today. It's pretty well balanced for my weight. We set the sag, took like 9 turns out of it, and got it to 105 millimeters, which was a good setting. Left all the other clickers stock, and really it felt pretty good. The first thing I noticed about the Honda 450 was it really settled in turns to me. Like it would get, you know, well into the stroke and just felt totally smooth, like it wasn't standing me up. Really cornered well, especially when I had a berm or something to push against, which was kind of cool. The motor on the bike's impressive. I mean, if you're a fan of 450s, the Honda's a powerhouse, and I think you'll like it. It kind of tends to pull pretty hard in second gear. Like if you do a start or something, you can really wind it out. You can keep grabbing gears and really just let it eat towards the top of the power band, which is cool. So, you know, for smaller guys, slower guys, scared guys, it might be too much bike, but I think if you're craving motor, it's gonna be right up your alley. You know, the ergonomics of the bike are pretty neutral. I think they're pretty well suited to bigger riders, taller guys, but also kind of smaller, more compact like myself. It's got new foot pegs for 2012 that Honda put on, and I like the feel of those. The old ones were a little bit skinnier, but didn't have any complaints with this. And you know, really, it's the same old Honda I think you can be used to. The brakes are excellent, shifting is really good, clutch action feels awesome. I think one complaint I noticed, the bike's a little finicky on starting when it's hot, so that's something we're gonna kind of have to figure out a system, because I'm sure there's a whole process that makes it start well when it's warm. But really, I'm pretty pumped on the Honda so far. I mean, we'll have to see how it does in shootout. The 2012 KX450 absolutely rips this year, and I think the Honda's gonna have some competition, but you know, it's one of those bikes, we have a lot of test riders that really get along well with the Honda, can hop on and just do well right out of the gate. So I think it's gonna be interesting to see, and you know, whichever way you go, it's a good year to buy a 450 for sure. These things are rockets.